Okay, this is the AQA Level 3 Mathematical Studies Paper 1 from 2016. This is question 1. We're asked to classify this data. It's numbers, so it's quantitative, and they're all whole numbers, so it's discrete. Then we're asked to do some actual statistics with it. We've got to get the quartiles and the median, so you can either write the whole list out in order, but as there are 19 students, I'm going to use my ClassWiz calculator, menu 6, option 1, and I'm going to type in the variable values, just because I'm a little bit worried that if I try and do this by eye, I might miss out some of the numbers. So in a stressful situation, I would tend to use technology to support me here. So I'm just typing in the numbers and pressing equals after each one. I have a frequency column, but I'm just ignoring it because I just have one of each. 51. Mostly. One of the things I like about this feature is it tells me how many rows there are in the data that I have done, so that I know where I've got up to. So, alright, I've finished now, and I can see that I've included all the data because there are 19 rows. So I'm going to press Option, and then 3, the one variable calculations. And then I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and all of the information that I need is there. Well, nearly all of it. So I've got the minimum, which is 50. Q1, that's the lower quartile, is 65. The median is 75. The upper quartile is 82, and I'm going to need to scroll down. The maximum is 99. Wow, 99%, that was a good mark. Okay. So looking at that already, I can see that paper 2 had a higher median and a higher highest value and a higher lowest value. But we're going to do more of this comparison in the next part of the question, because we're going to draw some box plots. Okay. So 45, 70, 73, 83, 90. Alright, so I'm going to draw for paper 1 first. You should use a ruler for this, but it's kind of hard to do on the screen, so I'm not using a ruler. So 45, 70, 73, 83, well, you should really use a ruler for this, and 90. Okay, so that's my 5 key values lines drawn. Then I'm going to join up the middle 3 to make the box. That's the median and quartiles box, and then I'm going to join it out with the whiskers. You should 100% use a ruler for this. Okay, so that's paper 1. I'm just going to label it paper 1. That's important for when I'm comparing it, and it was also mentioned in the mark scheme. Okay, paper 2 now. So 50. 65. 75. 82. And 99. Okay, I've drawn my 5 lines for my box plot. I'm going to join up the box in the middle and then the to the whiskers, that is paper 2. Now I've got to compare the performance of the students on the 2 papers. Alright, my guide to comparing 2 distributions is that you should comment on the average, which is where most people are, and you should comment on the spread, which could be, depending on the information you've got, the standard deviation, the range, or the interquartile range. Interquartile range is good because it's not affected by extreme values like that one bright spark who got 99%, or that one idiot who got 45% in paper 1. I recommend not comparing extreme values at all. So let's write something about the averages. So the median for paper 1 was 73. And these are percentages. And the median for paper 2 was 75%. On GCSE you'd have got this mark by now, but on Cool Maths you have to put it into context. So we have to say, so the students generally did better on paper 2. Alright, our second comment should be about the spread, and as we've got the quartiles, it would be smart to use the interquartile range. The interquartile range is the difference between the upper and lower quartiles, and I'm running out of space over here, so I'm going to work that out on the other page. So the IQR for paper 1 is the upper quartile, take away the lower quartile, which is 13, and the IQR for paper 2 is the upper quartile, take away the lower quartile, which is a bit more, I probably could do this without a calculator, but I have one right here, so why not? 17. Okay, so that tells me that the marks on paper 2 were a bit more spread out because the IQR is bigger. So let's write something about that. You can see this on the box plot because the box on the paper 2 box plot is much bigger than the box on paper 1. So the IQR for paper 1 was 13. And the IQR for paper 2 was 17, meaning the marks were more variable on paper 2. Okay, so we're done. We have compared the averages on both and we've explained what that means in context. And we've compared a measure of spread, the IQR, and we've explained what that means. So we've done our comparison.